What's up, everybody, and welcome to One Man's Opinion. And today, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. Okay. We didn't have to put. All right, whatever. It's been a minute since we've looked at some epic rap battles. So today, we're pulling up an epic rap battle. Now, I've been advised to oh yeah, we're rolling up the sleeves. Oh, for sure. I've been advised to bounce around a little bit on the ERBs. That way you don't pick up too many of the best ones. I was told that a lot of the best ones come toward the end of the season. I think I would actually disagree with that. There's some early bangers. Maybe in bulk better ones come toward the late seasons. Maybe I could give you that one. But there's certainly been, we've already covered two in like season 2 that were really good. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not the point. Point is, we're bouncing around. And I saw this one. This was actually the first epic rap battle. This dropped like right after I got out of basic training and was one of the first YouTube videos. May have been the first YouTube video I watched post basic training. Actually, I'm confident that it was. And so this one sticks out in my mind a little bit. I wasn't as avid a fan of the ERBs at that point in my life anymore, but I saw it and I was just like, Deadpool, Boba Fett, I got to watch this. But it has been a long time, and I thought it was longer than 247. It's shorter than I remember, but either way, we're about to get into this one. I'm super excited. My memory tells me that it's a really good one, but we'll see about it. Hold up, we're going to do something. We're going to do something right here. Because, see, I've been doing voice play reactions if you haven't been paying attention. If you ain't been watching, I've been doing voice play. And having some earbuds really went a long way for me to, like, really catch all the details. You know what I'm saying in voice play? So I'm thinking it's going to enhance my ERB reactions as well. And I'm going to crank the volume up 1 second. All right, let's go. Deadpool costume's looking good. That is a good Deadpool costume. For real. That's a great Boba Fett costume. Chest looks a little plastic, but other than that, that's a great Boba Fett costume. And let's get rid of that little ad down here. What is this?
Oh, is it me? Well, here's my first issue. I barely even know enough about you to diss you. But you guys honestly think that I would screw this feud up and lose to the dude a huge cootie up?
Alright, number one, I barely even know enough about you to diss you. Okay, all right, that's a diss in itself, right? Because the lore on Boba Fett, the lore on Boba Fett is sort of, I don't want to say, I guess ambiguous almost, because you had a long period of time where Boba Fett really gained popularity for his mysteriousness, for that mystique surrounding him. And then slowly over time, we got more and more information. You got a little bit more in the prequels. There were a lot of books and stuff like that was canon for a long time. But then Disney took over and a lot of those went out. And so it's like, where do you even pull from to get your information about Boba Fett? The movies are basically all you got, especially probably at the time of this, whenever this came out. You didn't really have, I don't believe, you didn't have anything really written yet. This may have been right after Disney took over. It may have been before, but I don't really know. But the information on Boba Fett is definitely kind of scarce. That's kind of part of why he's so popular, is because you don't really know much about him. And then we get the classic Deadpool. He's going to walk toward the camera. He's going to break that fourth wall. He's going to talk to us a little bit. You guys think I would mess this up and lose to the dude? What'd he say? By the way, strong language warning for sure in this one. You know Deadpool is coming with a foul mouth. The merc with the mouth? Come on, you know he's coming with it.
Even know enough about you to diss but you guys honestly think that I would screw this feud up and lose to the dude a huge cootie up?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, he's talking about the Sarlacc, or is it the Snarlack? Is there an N? It's Sarlacc, right? The Sarlacc pit. That's how Boba Fett died. He didn't actually die. That was in the books. Then they rewrote it with The Mandalorian. Same story, different chapter. He didn't die. The Sarlacc pit didn't get him. He escaped.
I do damage when I brandish my katanas, man. I'll slice you up and vanish in my lonely butt pajamas.
All right. Okay. I like the costume changes, and it's very Deadpool, right? I'll slice you up with my katanas. I'll vanish, wear my ladybug pajamas. You know, he's styling a little bit, but this is very Deadpool, right? To just like switch costumes, switch it up, especially comic book Deadpool. You know, he just pop into frame with an outfit, doing an impression of somebody. You know, you never can tell with him. And so seeing this is really cool to break it down a little Elvis-y right there. That's really dope. And then let's run it back and really break down what he says here. There's two characters I know a little bit about. Okay. He said, I'm one of a kind. You're a Xerox of your papa, doing temp work for Vader and odd jobs for Jabba. So he's saying I'm Deadpool. There ain't nobody else like Deadpool, and there really isn't. They're not. I mean, you could say that there are elements of Deadpool in other comic book heroes, definitely. But as an individual, Deadpool is a super one of a kind superhero. I mean, just super one of a kind. And so I'm one of a kind. You're a copy of your dad. He's saying you're just a clone. You a clone. Who are you? That's right. So that's a good punch. That's a pretty good punch. And then he's saying you do temporary work for Vader. You do odd jobs for Jabba. You're just a gun for hire. You know, you're a merc. I guess they're both mercenaries. Maybe that's how these two fit against each other. That's just hitting me how these two go against each other. They're both like probably the two of the most famous mercenaries in all of fiction. But anyway, he's saying, you know, you just the hired hand. You're not even the main dish. You're not even the super villain. You're just the hired hand doing little jobs for Vader, little jobs for Jabba. Just that's all you are. Good small punches so far.
You're mad baggy. You're so flappy. Mad 'cause Sam Jackson killed your clone daddy. Put a bounty on that tape. Maybe I'll write a letter and mail it in your face.
Okay, there's quite a bit there. He said he was talking about like I'm tight, you're mad baggy. I guess his outfit is a little shabby. I'll give him that. He's styling on him a little bit. He's like, you know, my outfit's tight, it's slim. It fits me well. Yours is baggy. It's a shabby look. You know, you're rusty. You're rusty. What can we say? You look rusty. And then he's saying, mad because Sam Jackson killed your clone daddy. That's rough though. I mean, when you start bringing in the death of immediate family members, you know it's time to play. Like Deadpool came. He came with an arsenal. He's got Deadpool packs the katana and the guns. You know Deadpool. He's coming at you in a variety of ways. He's doing a lot of styling and some jabbing, and then the haymaker comes. He's kind of Muhammad Ali in this. He's moving around a lot. He's got a lot of style. He's moving, and then he throws the punches. You know, it's hard to hit him. He's sliding around. He's moving. But no, he landed a solid lick with the Clone Daddy. And then what do you say after Clone Daddy here? Let's back it up.
Jackson killed your clone daddy. Somebody ought to put a bounty on that tape. Maybe I'll write a letter and mail it in your face.
Okay, so we got somebody better put a bounty on that cape, because doesn't he have it's a really tiny cape, isn't it? It's almost like just like over his shoulder. He's got like a little bitty cape on his back, or is it a bigger one? I can't picture Boba Fett's back except for his little rocket thing. But yeah, he's saying you should lose the cape is what he's saying. He's saying somebody needs to get rid of that cape because it looks horrible. And then so he's making fun of how he looks again. Maybe I'll write a letter and mail it to your face because Boba Fett's head looks like a mailbox, I guess. So, very Deadpool round. A lot of jokes, a lot of swagger. He's really styling a whole lot. But he didn't forget to punch a little bit. It's a beatable round. He threw some punches. He landed one really good one. All right, let's see what you got, Boba.
I keep tongue in a slave one, cause your style makes me space sick. And your bars like your old pal, cable fucking basic.
Oh, that's a good double. That's a good double right there. Okay, first of all, you don't hear Boba Fett talk much, so I like what they've done here, because he does have that, he's got that gravelly voice, Boba Fett. You don't hear it much, but that's exactly but to do that and still be able to flow with it is really cool. I would love to know who's underneath, who's in the suits, and doing the voices. They're doing a really good job. And then he said, well, I'm going to have to go back.
Nail it in your face.
I keep Tom in a slave one, cause your style makes me space.
Okay, keep Tums in the slave one. That's his spaceship, because your style makes me space sick. Okay. He's got a good style. I mean, it's hard to knock Deadpool on style. You might want to pick a different angle there, Boba. I mean, you got a big old dent in your helmet. I mean, just looking. Oh, this was it. This was
Bars
it.
like the old pal, cable fucking basic.
Okay, flip on basic Cable, and then also his buddy Cable, which now is easy to see because we had Deadpool 2, but I'm pretty sure Deadpool 2 wasn't out when this came out. I'm 99% sure Deadpool 2 wasn't out when this came out. So a lot of people might not have known who Cable was. Of course, I don't need to explain that because a lot of people know now. But that's a really good double right there, coming from Boba. But more of a punch to Cable, basic Cable, more of a punch to Cable than Deadpool.
Your bars like the old pal, cable fucking basic. I'll smack him in the mouth if he doesn't quit running that lip off. Bitch, who you calling clone? You're a Deathstroke ripoff.
Oh no! The rebut. No, that's the rebuttal right there. That's what you want. That's what you're looking for. That was really cool. I like what he did there. Who you calling a clone? You're a Deathstroke ripoff. We all know Deathstroke came first. Slade, Wade, come on. I mean, the timeline tells you all you need to know. Look back. Deathstroke came first. Deadpool came later. Marvel's answer to Deathstroke was Deadpool. So that's really, really cool. Oh, he's going, just seeing the words here.
Spider-Man's eyes and snake eyes expecting. You got Wolverine's powers, man, your comic sloppy second.
Oh, no. And he's what I love about it is that he hit the rebuttal and then doubled down on it. He said, not only are you a Deathstroke ripoff, you got Spider-Man's eyes, Snake Eyes' weapons, and Wolverine's powers. And then he called him comic sloppy seconds. I won't say that's as hard of a punch as the Sam Jackson killed your clone daddy. Like, emotionally that hurts more, right? But this scheme that he set up with the rebuttal and the punches is a deadly combination coming in right here. And if he keeps up this, he will beat Deadpool's round pretty handily. That was crazy. And I love his flow. As much as Deadpool had the style and was really he was really kind of like, he was doing a lot of entertainment value, right? He was moving, he was grooving, he was bringing in the Elvis impersonation to combat that, because Boba Fett doesn't have that kind of swagger. Boba Fett is he's beating him with flow instead of style. He said, I can't match your style, but I can outflow you. So it's a good back and forth here for the beginning.
Spider-Man's eyes and snake eyes expecting. You got Wolverine's powers, man, your comic sloppy second. Dr. Kilbrew dude needs to go back to med school, cause right now you're no good to me, Deadpool.
Okay, Dr. Kilbrew dude needs to go back to med school. Is that that's the guy that worked on Deadpool? Like, I know in the movie it was Ajax, but I think in the comics originally it was Dr. Kilbrew. I think that's where that's coming from. And then right now, you're no good to me, Deadpool is a flip on, you're no good to me, dead. Then he says that to Han Solo or about Han Solo. Han Solo's no good to me, dead. I think he says that to Vader about Han Solo. He's no good to me, dead. And so that's before Solo gets frozen in carbonite. I need to go back and watch the original trilogy. It's been a while. You're no good to me, Deadpool. So, no great punches there.
What's that?
Was his verse shorter? Was Boba's a little shorter? It was almost definitely a little shorter, wasn't it? First round, Deadpool had the jabs, the one heavy haymaker. His round was a little more sporadic, but it felt like he had more time. He definitely had the style points. Boba had a better scheme, but aside from that scheme, didn't have great punches around it. It was like a off punch to Cable and almost more of a punch to Dr. Kilbrew. So I think I'd give, as much as I love Boba Fett's flow, and I even like his music track a little better. To me, it hits harder. I think round one goes to Deadpool, not by a wide margin, but it's a clear victory, but not a blowout victory, if that makes any sense. Like if it was a football game, you know, he won by 7 points. Like he clearly beat his opponent, he outplayed his opponent, but it was a tight match. That's what I'm trying to say.
A missile backpack?
Let's run that back. Let's run that back.
Right now, you're no good to me, Deadpool.
What's that? A missile backpack? Well, I guess you'll be right if a fucking bird attacks. Presenting the most overrated character anyone ever saw with 5 lines in the trilogy, and one of them was...
Whoa, we going fast rounds. Okay, all right. Quick round for maybe Boba will get more time on this one to kind of make up, because Deadpool then got the short round. But he actually did quite a bit with it. He's still flaming his appearance, right? He's still going after the...
A missile backpack? Well, I guess you'll be right if a fucking bird attacks.
That's funny, man. That's funny. But because a lot of what is so cool about Boba is his appearance and that mysteriousness. And so to pick apart his appearance, he's really going, you know, you're baggy. You know, your sleeves, you're baggy. He talked about that. He made fun of the helmet. It looks like a mailbox. Your backpack, a missile backpack will be okay if a bird attacks. You know, like, he's really picking apart Boba's whole outfit, and by doing so, kind of tearing down that mysterious, dangerous figure that he appears to be. And then he's kind of picking it apart in sections, his outfit in sections, and saying, really, this outfit it's lame. This is lame, man. And then this is really good. This is one of the best punches of the match so far.
Overrated character anyone ever saw with 5 lines in the trilogy, and one of them was...
Okay, I feel like this is a slept-on scheme right here. And I almost feel like you could argue that, oh, look, you can see the Slave One in the background. I never noticed that. Look right there. There's the Slave One right there. That's his ship. That's pretty cool. I never knew that. But Deadpool seems like he was really building a scheme from the beginning, which is, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it seems like he's really, like I said, he's picking apart his mythos, and then he caps off his round 2 with presenting the most overrated character anyone ever saw. So he's picked him apart on how he looks all the way through, and then he's saying you're overrated. You had 5 lines in the trilogy, and one of them was which was when you died and you got knocked off, by a blind Han Solo, who just turned and hit his backpack with a spear and it shot him into the Sarlacc pit. So it's like, yeah, kind of overrated. Like, he actually didn't do anything in that trilogy. He barely said anything, and one of his 5 lines was his death scream, the Wilhelm death scream. That's painful. Again, with the emotional damage. Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Coming through right there, man. That's rough, because that's an attack on the psyche for sure.
5 lines, cause I look fucking great. You look like someone spilled lasagna on your face.
Okay, so Boba's doing what he can, playing in second place. Not second place that he's losing, but having round 2, Deadpool goes first, then he goes second. He is doing his best to rebut a whole lot of what Deadpool's doing. That one fell a little flat to me. I only need 5 lines because I look great. That's fine, but Deadpool kind of already preemptively sabotaged that, didn't he? That's what I was talking about with Deadpool kind of setting up this scheme. He already picked apart how you look almost from head to toe. Like, everything about you, your cape, your hat, your helmet, your missile backpack, your baggy clothes, he's picked it apart. And so when you try the rebuttal after he finishes his scheme and says you're overrated, and you try to rebut with, I only need 5 lines because I look great, after Deadpool's already preemptively took those strikes, that doesn't really work for me, Boba. That don't really work for me. And then he tried to hit him with how he looks. What do you say, lasagna on your face? That's okay, but it's not good. And compared to how clever Deadpool has been in picking apart your appearance, lasagna on your face is kind of falls flat. And I would say that Deadpool may be pulling away here a little bit.
Cause I look fucking great. You look like someone spilled lasagna on your face. But you're worth a lot to me. If I bring you back dead, schizophrenics pay triple, one for each head. What are you calling?
They're really going back and forth fast here. Schizophrenics pay triple, one for each head, because, you know, Deadpool, he's schizophrenic. There's nothing else to that. I would say that Boba Fett still owed time, though. Deadpool almost certainly got more time in the first round, and I think they're even in round 2. Round 2 also goes to Deadpool here. That's all I'm saying.
5 lines, cause I look fucking great. You look like someone spilled lasagna on your face. But you're worth a lot to me. If I bring you back dead.
That actually contrasts what he said. He said, right now, you're no good to me, Deadpool, which was a flip on you're no good to me, dead. Now he's saying, you're worth a lot to me if I bring you back dead. Maybe not. Okay, I'm stretching. No. I'll let him slide on that one.
Schizophrenics pay triple, one for each head.
What are you calling schizophrenic? You got 2 different voices. You're like your holiday special, man. Full of bad
You think
choices.
you're
Some of y'all don't know. Some of y'all don't know about it. Some of y'all don't know about the holiday special. Some of y'all don't know about the holiday special. That's all I'm going to say. That is garbage, my friend. Garbage. It's bad. It's really, really bad. You got 2 different voices. Who you calling schizophrenic? So Deadpool with a little rebuttal there. Not a great one, but just showing that he's got it in his arsenal as well. So let's see what he's got right here.
Chimichanga's hot, but you couldn't be mild. You should have made the choice to ditch the prick from Van Wild.
Chimichanga's hot. Chimichanga is a thing that Deadpool says a lot. It seemed like it was really, really popular like 10 years ago. And then he says, you should have made the choice to ditch the prick from Van Wilder. That's Ryan Reynolds. That's not good. I'm going to go ahead and say it. And I hate it because I really remember this one being super good, but Boba Fett's kind of letting me down here. Ryan Reynolds gave us Deadpool. Like, really fought tooth and nail to give us the Deadpool that we have as far as on the big screen. Now, I know you had the comic book version and all that, and that's where the inspiration comes from. But Ryan Reynolds is why we have a big screen Deadpool that's rated R. Like, he fought for all of that. He paid for a lot of it, produced it. Like, he did a lot to give us Deadpool. And so, should have made the choice to ditch Ryan Reynolds? Have you lost your mind? Like, I've said this before on other battles. There's a realm within... There's a realm you have to stay in a rap battle, where even if it's fringe, any punch you throw needs to fall within the realm of reason, of possibility. You can't just make like a wild accusation that's got no basis in reality. Like, you can't just be like, Deadpool, you look stupid with your blue hair. Like, but Deadpool don't have blue hair. Like, that's a stupid example of it, but you can't just make wild accusations. If nobody in the room feels what you're putting down, if they're not feeling what you're saying, it doesn't matter how hot you think you're spitting, that's falling flat. And if you're lucky, the crowd will just be silent. That would have probably got a groan, like oh, come on, man. If this was Wild and Out, DJ D-Rec, he's hitting the buzzer. Him, no, that's no good. That's no good. Oh, y'all watching this fight choreography? I know I'm trying to listen to what he's saying, but good lord. Look at this man's leg. What's this man's leg? Of course, pausing it right there kind of lets you can really see that he missed the kick. You see it buckle on him? That is crazy, man. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to that one more time. I was watching way too much of the background. One more time.
But you couldn't be mild. You should have made the choice to ditch the prick from Van Wild.
Oh, No, y'all don't even lie to me. Y'all miss that. Y'all are missing that. There's no way everybody in the comments is catching that. The coolest thing about you got straight up abandoned from the original trilogy. You let a Kiwi hold your gun and eat your cannon. First of all, I don't know if Kiwi is considered a racial slang. I wouldn't think so. I've never heard of anybody being offended for calling them a Kiwi. But today, you don't know. People get offended if you look at them funny. But he's saying New Zealand, the guy who played Jango Fett and the kid who played Boba Fett in the prequels, they were New Zealanders. And the slang term for someone from New Zealand is a Kiwi. I hope no one's getting offended. I'm just stating facts here. I'm not calling anybody anything. But and if you are, then if you're gonna get upset about that, you're gonna have to go somewhere else, because I'm spitting facts here. So what he's saying is, original trilogy, you were super cool, you were mysterious, everyone thought you were dope. They abandoned that in the prequels. They gave you a lame backstory, which is up for debate, but it's within that realm of possibility. It's certainly within the realm of reason and debate. A lot of people think that the prequels ruined Boba Fett's sort of mysteriousness, and that they didn't like his backstory that he was given in the prequels. And he's saying, you let a Kiwi hold your gun. He's saying you let a New Zealander hold your spot, and he messed up your cannon. Cannon being gun, but also cannon meaning how do you explain what canon is? Fact. Canon is something that is factual about a person, about their backstory, or about something that they did. I don't know the best way. I feel like I'm not doing a good job explaining. But like Wolverine has adamantium bones and claws. That's canon. That's something that's legit. It cannot be argued. That's a good way to put it. It's known fact, and it cannot be argued against. So somebody in the comments will be like, "Oh, he had bone claws first." I'm just making a point, okay? What I'm saying is that he's saying you let this guy from New Zealand play your role, and he messed up what everybody thought was cool about you. And I know I went a long way around to explain that, but I don't think a lot of people probably caught what that was. And I think that's really, really good and really well played by Deadpool.
We don't talk about movies.
And it's a rebuttal. He's saying, don't talk about movies, because you've got nothing to say.
Cause you got dick to say. That arm guard round no more for.
And then that's still a punch. The difference between Boba Fett and Deadpool in this battle, I'll try to make this quick because I know I'm taking up a lot of time. But the difference between Boba Fett and Deadpool in this battle is that when Boba Fett makes shots at Deadpool's friends like Cable, he's just taking a shot at Cable. He doesn't tie it into Deadpool at all. But saying wrap that arm dart around Jar Jar and go far, far away ties in because he's talking about the prequels already. He's talking about how the prequels ruined his canon. And he's saying, so you and Jar Jar, because the prequels, things that ruin the prequels, you and Jar Jar go far, far away. That's not a shot at Jar Jar. It's still a shot at Boba Fett, because he's saying your canon got messed up in the prequels, so you take Jar Jar, who also screwed up the prequels, and get out of here with your nonsense talking about my movies. You're going to talk about Van Wilder, and you got stuff like that going on. That's heavy duty rebuttal, y'all. I'm telling y'all, that is a disgusting rebuttal, and one that I don't think many people are going to talk about. And that's why I'm harping on it so much, because it's really it's very, very good. And Boba Fett's just about out of this battle. Like the refs counting him down. If this is a boxing match, he's on 8. You know, the refs counting him out.
You're a traitor. You ain't gotta have the skills like that. I'll beat your ass with one eye closed. Boba Fett, he won, and I'll call down.
He said, I wasn't supposed to show y'all I'm wearing pajama bottoms. Y'all don't tell nobody I'm wearing pajama bottoms. He said, I'll beat you with one eye closed, Boba Fetty Wop. That's hilarious. What a flip. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. I'll beat your butt with one eye closed, Boba Fetty Wap. Boba Fett, Fetty Wap, with one eye, because Fetty Wap missing. That's one of my favorite things Boba Fett said, and he said some good stuff. That first round, he really did. He said some good stuff. That was awesome, man. That's one of my favorite, probably my favorite. I don't know, it's just so unexpected, because, like, the writing for that was, somebody was on, they were on their game, their pen game, like, they were on it when they wrote that. That was really good. With the bomb? There's something else right there. That's a punch too, man. He's finally going on. And he's swagging. Who knew? Who knew Boba Fett's got the swagger too, man. He's putting down the moves, man. He's dropping it with the coming back around. Okay, and then hit him with the spin. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. What is happening? But no. There's actually, this is a solid double. And something else that I've never caught before listening to this one. I went back a little far. Hey. Peep the lyrics, though. I've never noticed this. He says, then I'll call Domino. And it doesn't sound like he pronounces the S. And that's what really makes this double work. Because he actually says, and then I'll call Dominoes. He kind of drops that S at the very end so that you get this good double entendre. And what he's saying is, I'll call Domino, that's your girl. And then what does he say? That's what I'm saying. She prefers my Durasteel to your Canadian bacon. He said, she prefers my Durasteel to your Canadian bacon? So that's really a triple entendre. He's saying, I'll call Domino, I'll call Domino's, which is the pizza joint, your girl and the pizza joint. She likes what I'm shaking. She prefers my Durasteel, which is obviously a euphemism for something that he's got, but also saying she prefers how I look because I'm decked out in this armor, in this steel armor. She likes what I'm shaking. She prefers my Durasteel to your Canadian bacon. Canadian bacon being a flip on not only, again, a euphemism, and bacon, obviously not holding a candle to the strength, not holding a candle to steel, bacon and steel, not really comparable, but also flipping back to the Domino's, there's the pizza reference to your Canadian bacon, which goes on a pizza. So there's like, I don't know if you call it a triple entendre, but there's certainly three doubles in one little bar there. That is really good. Man, he's on his pen right now. Can it save him? Because I feel like this whole battle's been Deadpool's up to now. Can this save him? That's what I'm saying. She prefers my Durasteel to your Canadian bacon. I take a lesson from a genuine assassin who's blasting foes. I come equipped with a full set of sick Mandalorian flows. Everybody knows you got that power of regeneration. Now run home and heal from this disintegration. Yo, no, he went crazy. He went nuts, and he got his time back for sure. He got his time back. She prefers my Durasteel to your Canadian bacon. I take a lesson from a genuine assassin who's blasting foes. A genuine assassin who's blasting foes. This rhyme scheme's nuts. I come equipped with a full set of sick Mandalorian flows. Everybody knows you got that power. Mandalorian flows, everybody knows. That's coming off of Domino's. Like, this is a whole thing. This started way back at the beginning. I'll call Domino's. Look. That's what I'm saying. She and then come in with the bacon. Okay. And then Foes comes back. And then regeneration. Yo, that was dope. That is it. Okay. All right. Look, this is the verdict. Hang on. This is the verdict. What we got here. What we got here is one of those. It's like a football game where you got a team that built steam. Deadpool got up in the first quarter like 10-7, and then second and third quarter pitched a shutout and put points up on the board, and was looking at like a 7-31 ball game going into the fourth. And Boba Fett came storming back with that last verse because it had everything. It had punches, it had style, it had pen. It was a complete scheme, and he used that time he was missing from the beginning to make up for lost time at the beginning. So he did everything that he could with it and did it to perfection. But he let the ball game get just a little too far away. And at the end of the game, he had the ball. He is still down by 3, and he couldn't quite get the ball into the end zone before time expired. That's the way I see it. I think Deadpool laid too much groundwork. And if Deadpool had been scoring punches, but it was just like, then I would say, nah, he made up the difference for sure. But Deadpool was scoring solid punches. He had an overall scheme that really worked in his favor, especially it preemptively negated some of Boba Fett's later rebuttals. Like, it did a lot for him. And he had the punches in there. He had the emotional damage.
Emotional damage!
He had the psychology. He went after his dad. He went after being a clone. Like, he really tore him apart from start to finish. It was an overall body of work. And whereas Boba Fett had a good opener and a near perfect finisher, it's just not enough to make up a complete body of work start to finish. You can't take away Deadpool's victory. He played an amazing ball game for 4 quarters. And sometimes just getting that momentum in the 4th quarter isn't enough to close that gap. I won't take it away from Deadpool here. So I'm going Deadpool. You may think Boba Fett. Let me know down in the comments below, because there's certainly an argument to be made. This is by far the longest epic rap battle I think I've ever done, but man, I had a blast with it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of commentary, I know, but I still hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know who you thought won in the comments below. I'm getting out of here. This has been One Man's Opinion. See y'all later.